7 scammers in 48 hours is just ridiculous. I've been on TikTok for years, and I've maybe had 3 people try, but the minute I make an account that told the algorithm that I was hardcore MAGA, boom, like sharks to bloody water. They know that in order to be MAGA, you have to turn your brain off. You have to worship your leader. Hello, political drain family. Don't touch that dial, or in this case, your mouse. You're in the right place. I know it's been a while since my last video, but do I have a story for you today? So sit back, turn up your volume, and come along with me as we go through a web of lies, manipulation, and multiple Elon Musks. My story starts with the creation of a TikTok account and evolves into a downright scam. After creating a TikTok that was created for research purposes for this channel, to find the grossest of the gross on the right side, I started liking anything Elon Musk or Donald Trump related. Anything right-winged that we normally would throw up at, I was liking. And shortly after liking several posts, I got my very own first follower, Elon Musk, or so that's what I was to believe. And shortly after the following, I got my very own first Elon Musk message. This was the first of many. Within the matter of that day, I would have gotten 4 Elon Musks following me and 4 Elon Musks messaging me. I went down the rabbit hole so you wouldn't have to. So for the first case, I decided I wasn't going to say anything about my personal life that was true, because that would just be stupid. So I created a story. I said that I was a life insurance agent and that I made a pretty good living doing that. After I said that, the questions got a little bit deeper. All of a sudden it was, oh, well, how do you invest your money? Do you invest your money? Do you have stock? So to continue the rabbit hole, I said, yes, I have stock. I have a 401k. I have an IRA. All the things I know that you probably should have. He was very interested at that point, and he said that he could get me cheap Teslas and other products, and he wouldn't name what the other products were, but other products at a very discounted rate. All I had to do was go and donate money to his founder pool. He asked me to go to his founder pool and invest in his stock. Now, this is about the time that Tesla started getting set on fire and stock started plummeting. So I thought, okay, I mean, if I didn't know any better and I was that grandma or I was that person on the phone that didn't know about scams, I could buy that. You know, there's a lot going on in the world. His stock's plummeting. Teslas are getting set on fire. A lot of people hate him. He's so misunderstood. He's trying to change the world and do a better thing. So I went along with it. I said, oh, yeah, absolutely. That'd be fantastic. How do I do it? He sent me to something called a founder pool. And now, guys, I am not familiar with founder pools because I actually do not own stock. I do not invest my money. I live in the real people world, just like most of you. You know, we live paycheck to paycheck. We pay our bills by taking half of next week's rent and paying this week's bill. And then next week praying that we got money to pay it. That's how we live. We don't have money to invest in stock. So I don't know about founder pools. I did a little bit of research and I found basically they're used for startup companies. They are used to get investors money for their company in exchange for stock of their company. Okay, so what's the difference between doing this and buying Elon Musk's stock on the exchange? I wasn't really investing in his stock. That's the difference. You weren't going to get shares of Tesla. You weren't going to get cheap Teslas. You weren't going to get cheap products. This was a scam artist sitting on his ass in his living room or his mother's basement, preying on people and taking their money. You know, pardon my language, but this really bothers me. After going to the founder pool and asking them, how do I invest? I got an email back shortly after that. 20 minutes maybe, I want to say. And it was the founder pool. And the founder pool was telling me that I could go to this website, I needed to create an account, and then after that, email them, let them know I created the account, and that they would take it from there. Okay, I didn't create the account. I stopped here. The rabbit hole stopped for me. At least that portion of the rabbit hole. The Elon Musk continued to message me, or the Elon Musk. And this interaction between me and the first Elon Musk was very cordial, very friendly. Somebody that your grandmother could believe, you know, or your grandfather or your uncle or your aunt or anybody really that doesn't know about scams could believe that, you know, this might be Elon Musk. After several days of me making excuses as to why I hadn't sent any money yet, they stopped talking. So after the first Elon Musk contacted me, I was contacted again 4 more times within the first 24 hours. This makes 5 Elon Musks messaging me all at the same time. Now, I'm pretty sure anyone at this point could see that this is clearly not Elon Musk. They're the 5 accounts that wouldn't make sense, right? I actually bring this up to one of the fake Elons, asking him, I have 4 other accounts messaging me. Why is this? How are you the true Elon Musk? And the response I got was actually a fairly good one. One that may have made somebody question, is this Elon Musk? The response was that he had created systematic robotic pages and profiles to reach out to his fans because he wanted to reach out to more of his fans. So by day 2, I was now up to 7 Elon Musk accounts messaging me. It's a lot. 7 scammers in 48 hours is just ridiculous. I've been on TikTok for years, and I've maybe had 3 people try, but the minute I make an account, I told the algorithm that I was hardcore MAGA. Boom. Like sharks to bloody water. They know that in order to be MAGA, you have to turn your brain off. You have to worship the dear leader. They know that they have blind devotion, and they know how to use that blind devotion against them. But so does Elon Musk, and so does Donald frickin' Trump. They know they can get anything out of their followers. And unfortunately, so does every other scammer out there. It's an epidemic on the right. It's an epidemic everywhere, for sure. Definitely, it's a problem, but it's definitely an epidemic on the right. Thanks to that used car salesman we call a President Donald Trump. It really pisses me off, honestly. The people that these scammers target are vulnerable people that already have probably no money or little money, are very lonely or depressed, or, there's some sort of underlying issue there. And to take advantage of somebody in that state makes you a monster. It makes you pathetic. I can't think of enough derogatory terms for somebody that does that. I get a little emotional because my grandmother lost her home due to a scam. And that was one of the shittiest things I've ever seen someone go through. So if you're watching this and you scam people, or you're thinking about scamming people, don't. Stop. Take a hard look in the mirror at the piece of shit you are and try to change. My story is just one of many. 1 in 4 Americans report losing money due to fraud. That's insane. 1 in 4. This year alone, reports indicate that scammers are stealing over $1 trillion. Yeah, you heard that right, with a T. Trillion dollars globally. That's unfathomable. Trillion. These parasites. The very gross of the gross. The lowest. Scamming grandmas out of their retirement funds and just ruining lives are getting $1 trillion. That is money that you and I will never see. Not that kind of money, at least. So I'm going to ask, whether it's a fake Elon Musk asking you to invest in his Tesla stock for a cheaper car, or something you met online that seems a little too good to be true that's all of a sudden asking you for a little bit of money to help him out, or some guy on TikTok or Truth Social or Facebook telling you that they have the cure to your erectile dysfunction. They have the cure to your small muscles. They got the cure so you can build your abs. Or a woman, hey, we can make you skinny again. We can give you that pre-baby body. Don't do it, guys. Take a step back. Assess the situation. And if after you assess it, you still think the same, go ahead. But I bet you 9 out of 10 times, you're going to realize you're being scammed. So, my message to the scammers out there in the world are, get the fuck out of here. Nobody wants you here. Nobody needs you here. Nobody likes you here. We're coming for you. We'll find you. Leave us alone. Alright, guys. On a little less serious note, I apologize that it's been so long since my last video, but I do have some exciting news. I have five new members to my family. They are cute and adorable and furry, and I love them, and that's why I've been gone for a little bit, and some personal reasons, but you know, I've been taking care of the babies. So, to end on a good note, a positive note, and a fun, furry, friendly note, here are my new babies. Take care of each other, guys. The world's a better place when we look out for each other. And maybe, just maybe, you can help somebody from being scammed.
Follow us on all these things you see here, and our link tree is in the description. Maybe even get some merch.